Hello Facebook ham radio chums, this is Steve, G3ZPS, and it's middle or late April 2017. I've already got a video of an HW100, a Heathkit ham radio transceiver, which I picked up a couple of weeks ago in absolutely superb condition but non-working, which I repaired. Last week I picked up two HW101 transceivers, really because I wanted the power supply, which is quite rare in the UK, and I sort of bought the radios as a job lot. One of the radios was pretty good, although not working, and one of the radios was really scruffy and quite poor, and this is it. It was in a pretty dreadful state. The litany of faults is quite long. A huge number of bodges. I've no idea why whoever had it before did so many bodges all around the audio board. I had no idea what they did, and various other bodges. He's put IRT, which is I guess a standard sort of bod for the Heathkit HW101, and there was a switch over here which I put an LED in. The radio was incredibly dirty, and so dirty in fact you couldn't read any of the component values at all. And the slow motion drive was broken, and it had the wrong knob, which had been cut down, looked like it had been cut with a pair of tin snips, the skirt part. Absolutely terrible. The other HW101 had some faults, and I robbed a few pieces out of this in the first couple of days to get the other one going, but it sat forlornly in the corner of the workshop here, and I thought, I wonder if I can bring it back to life. And to cut a long story short, over 2 days, that's what I've done. There were so many resistors failed in this radio. I really don't know what Heathkit do with resistors. They must run them very near the power limit. They just fail, go high. No Drake, KW or Yaesu kit I've ever seen has the failure rate of the 3 Heathkits that I've done in the last few weeks. A guy on the web has reported that he changed 38 way out of tolerance resistors in one Heathkit valve ham radio transceiver. 38 of them, it's amazing. I managed to get this one going on receive first, but it had an open circuit resistor in the screen of the first RF amplifier. That got it onto receive. And there were loads of others out of spec, and I just went through and changed them all. It is pretty much of a nightmare, easy to build but really hard to get to some of them, especially the ones under the band switch. The balance modulator was way out, there were parts missing, so I replaced them all, put a new microphone socket in, and dared to transmit. And once we'd nulled out the carrier, because initially I had about 50 watts of carrier, the radio came back to life on receive and transmit. I've aligned it, changed all the resistors that I could find that are out of spec, and get over 100 watts out of it on 80, 40 and 20. I haven't tried 15 and 10 yet. I'm sure they'll be lower. And it's now working very, very well indeed. It's on 40 meters here at the moment.
Mexico Delta Charlie, QZ, Italy Kilo 2.
And I got 100 watts out on 20.
Papa 3 Echo Kilo, Big Senior, 5 plus.
So there's the IRT. And turn it on, it goes click, switch. I'm going to leave it, it does actually work quite well. The previous owner has had to put a varicap in the VFO. And it got to a point where it was working so well I decided to repaint the case, and I've repainted the case with a close match, and it's Ford Meadow Green. So I took the case off top and bottom, rubbed it down, undercoated it, resprayed it with this Ford green paint, cleaned up the front panel, and that was a nightmare in itself. I had to have the whole front panel out, all the drive, the knobs. But anyway, 3 or 4 days work, and here we have what I was going to just leave as a junker, You can't kill these things. It's pretty sensitive, actually. And go on to 80 metres. Not many stations on 80. So it's pretty good. I got the power supply to recap, but what was going to be junked is now a very respectable working transceiver, quite stable, and I've worked all around Europe on it. You can't kill them, folks. Bye for now.